Good morning, dear students. So, we were studying the chapter circulatory system and we have completed up till heart in our previous video lecture. So, from today onwards, we will be studying about the rest part of the chapter, that is the human heart. So, the very first thing that comes to our mind by the word heart, what does this word heart means? Okay, see, it is very clear. What is heart? Heart is nothing but it is actually a pump motor. Okay, right. Now we all know that we all have pump motor in our house, right? Why? That is because to pump out the water from the ground level to the higher level of our house or to the chamber of tank in our house, right? So what happens in our human body? Heart acts just like a human pump, okay, which instead of water, what does it pumps? It pumps the blood. It pumps the blood from the lower part or from one part of the body, or how heart is situated like here. Okay, so what happens? This heart continuously beats. Now how does it beats? We will be coming on it later on, okay, in your higher classes. But what happens? This beats, and when this beats, it does a muscular contraction and relaxation. So for this, the blood that is in our body, it gets circulated to all part of our body. Okay, so this is human heart. We are following Connect with Science Biology class 6, this book, and as I have already told you all that it may happen that some of the pages or it is given in a like your book contains all the chapter at a once, and my book it is been like divided into segregation or into parts. But don't worry about that, because ultimately we will be learning the same thing. Okay, so let's go to detailed part of this chapter, the human heart, the most interesting part that we will be covering today. See, the heart. The human heart is a muscular organ of the size of one fist. So what is fist? See, this is fist. This particular thing is known as one fist. Okay. It is located at the center of the chest cavity, pointing slightly towards the left. So if any one of you tell me that where it is a human heart, it is on the left side of our chest. No, it is actually in the center. Okay, just in the position of my MIC, it is in the center and it is pointed towards the left. That is why we feel that the heart is in our left. Okay, see, and is situated between the two lungs. The function of the heart is to pump blood into blood vessels in order to keep it circulating throughout the body. The cell wall of the heart are made up of specialized cardiac muscles that contract and relax rhythmically. The heart works tirelessly throughout one's life, so heart never stops. Okay, it is not like that you are not feeling good, you will not go to school, or you will not come to school. Human heart is not like that. Okay, once it stops, the person dies. The heart works tirelessly throughout one's life. The structure of human heart is given in figure 6.6. So I don't know whether it will match or not. This structure of human heart, okay, this structure, this is very important. All of you please mark it for leveling as well as for drawing. So what is the structure of heart? See, the heart has 4 chambers. Okay, the heart has particularly 4 chambers. What are they? First is arteria, second is ventricles, third is blood vessels entering the heart, and the fourth is blood vessels leaving the heart, the valves. Okay, see, arteria. Arteria are the 2 thin-walled upper chambers of the heart. So if anyone tells you that what are the chambers of heart? Chambers of heart are arteria and ventricles. Okay, arteria are the 2 thin-walled upper chamber of the heart. They receive blood from different organs of the body and pump it into the ventricles. There is 2 arteria and 2 ventricles. Okay, ventricles are 2 thick-walled lower chamber of the heart. This pumps the blood receiving from the arteria out of the heart to the different organ of the body. The right atrium and the right ventricle together pumps the deoxygenated blood. The left atrium and the left ventricle together pumps the oxygenated blood. A wall called septum present in the middle of the heart divides the left side of the heart from the right side. It thus prevents the intermixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Okay. So, blood vessels entering the heart. Two large veins, the superior and the inferior vena cava, bring deoxygenated blood from the different parts of the body into the right ventricle. The pulmonary vein brings oxygenated blood from the lungs into the left atrium. Blood vessels leaving the heart. The largest artery, called the aorta, leaves the left ventricle carrying oxygenated blood to all parts of the body. Okay. The pulmonary artery leaves the right ventricle carrying deoxygenated blood to the lungs for oxygenation. All these points, please mark it. These are very important, which you will be needing throughout your life. Okay, so please mark it. Now the valves. At the junction of the auricus and the ventricles are present auricular ventricular valves, namely the bicuspid valve on the left side and the tricuspid valve on the right side. These valves regulates the flow of blood inside the heart. They ensure that the flow of blood is only in one direction of the heart, that is from auricles to the ventricles and not backward. So as I have already discussed in my previous video lecture, what is the function of valve? The function of valve is to hold that the blood does not go back. Okay. There are two more valves present at the junction of the ventricles and the arteries leaving the heart. These are the pulmonary semilunar valve originating from the pulmonary artery and the aortic semilunar valve originating from the aorta. Okay, so these points is very important. Please mark in your book. Okay. Now we will be continuing circulation of blood in the body. So what do we mean by circulation of blood in the body? See, okay, I am visible, right? The continuous flow of blood inside the body is termed as blood circulation. So what is blood circulation? That is the continuous flow of the blood in our body is known as blood circulation. There are two types of circulatory pathway involving transport of blood. What are they? From the right heart, the deoxygenated blood is pumped to the lungs via the pulmonary artery. In the lungs, the blood is oxygenated and is sent back to the heart via the pulmonary veins. Aorta pumps the oxygenated blood away from the heart. This oxygenated blood reaches the cell of the body through the arteries and capillaries. And here the vena cava receives the deoxygenated blood from the various part of the body. Okay. So how you are going to learn it? You are going to learn it by, see the point given here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is the pathway how it is going. Now see, a shorter pathway called the pulmonary circulation transport blood between the heart and the lungs. Deoxygenated blood from the right side of the heart flows to the lungs. From the lungs, the oxygenated blood flows to the left of the heart. A longer path called the systematic circulation. See, there are two types of circulation. What are they? Number one is pulmonary circulation. Number two is systematic circulation. So what is pulmonary circulation? Pulmonary circulation means that particularly it is a shorter period of circulation. Okay, the shortest period or the distance is very low, but the main circulation that occurs is the systematic circulation where it circulates throughout. See, number 2, a longer path called systematic circulations transport blood between the heart and the entire body. Oxygenated blood from the left side of the heart flows to the rest of the body. The deoxygenated blood from the body cells is then returned to the right side of the heart. So the next point is blood flow throughout the heart. So what do we mean by blood flow throughout the heart? See, deoxygenated blood from the different part of the body is received by the right auricles through the superior and inferior vena cava. Blood is pumped into the right ventricles, from where it is pushed into the pulmonary artery to reach the lungs. In the lungs, the blood is oxygenated and is transported back into the heart through pulmonary veins into the left atrium. The left atrium pumps out the deoxygenated blood into the left ventricle. The oxygenated blood is sent to all body parts through the aorta. Since blood flows twice in the heart before it completes one full circulation in the human body, it is called double circulation. So please, my dear students, mark the point why it is called double circulation, because the See, blood flows twice in the heart before it completes one full circulation in human body. So it is known as double circulation. Why? Because one is for the oxygenated blood, another one is for the deoxygenated blood. Now, one more thing that we will be studying is what is pulse. Many of you, if you have ever seen a doctor coming in your home or you have visited any of the doctor's chamber, they would have like holded your hand like that and have touched here for the pulse, right? So what is pulse? See, the contraction of the ventricles forces blood into the arteries. The wall of the arteries suddenly expand and then relax due to high pressure. During the inflow of blood, this generates a waves of pressure called a pulse that passes along the arteries. Thus, a pulse is defined as a pressure wave transmitted through the arteries as the ventricular contraction forces fresh blood into it. So, when the fresh blood is forcing or it is like passing through our veins, it gives a rhythmic contraction or a pressure on the vein wall, okay, on the on the blood vessels, and thus it like vibrates slowly. Now this vibration would be equal to the heart rate or heartbeat, okay. That is why we by like feeling one's pulse we can say that the number of beat or the number of times the heart is beating. Normally it is 72, but it vary depending on the exerciser or depending on the work that we are doing. For example, suppose we are climbing up a stair, it will never be 72, it will be more, okay, it will be around 80, 85 or 90. Rather, when we are just sleeping in our bed, it would be 65 to 70, but the normal one is 72. Now what is heartbeat? Okay, how is pulse can be felt? See, pulse can be felt by pressing the index finger and the third finger on the wrist below the base of the thumb. Okay, I am showing this, please try this at your home. Okay, this is the hand, we will be taking this particular two finger, okay, we will be pressing it here and we will be just slowly pressing it here. We will see there is a small slow vibration over there. Count it in 1 minute how many times you can feel that vibration. It is the rate of your heartbeat, okay. Now what is heartbeat? One complete contraction and relaxation of the heart makes up a heartbeat. The rhythmic contraction and relaxation during heartbeat creates the sound of lub and dub. What are they? Lub, L-U-B-B, and D-U-B, dub. These sounds are produced when the atrioventricular valves and the semilunar valves of the heart close respectively. As blood flows in and out of the heart, the average rate of heartbeat of a person is about 72 heartbeats per minute, that I have already discussed. Stethoscope, you can see this stethoscope. You can see this particular stethoscope, okay. Stethoscope is a medical device with which one can hear a person's heartbeat. It amplifies the sound of heartbeat, making it louder, right? So I know it is a part of complex part, that from where blood is entering, from where blood is going out, which one is the oxygenated blood, which one is the deoxygenated blood. For that, after this I am attaching a video, okay, go through it properly, just go through it properly, everything will be clear. If it is not clear, then definitely ask me, I'll again repeat this part, because I'm telling it repeatedly that this part is very important and questions are going to come from this part, okay, just mark my word. So after this, go to that video, see that video, and then we will be continuing the next part, okay.
Today we will discuss about circulatory system physiology. Here you can see the heart, one of the most active organs of our body. It is said that the size of a heart is about the size of a person's fist. It starts working when the fetus is around 4 to 5 weeks old and continues till the death. So let's discuss about this amazing organ. Here I have drawn a simple diagram of heart. Cardiovascular system actually has two parts. Cardio means heart and vascular means blood vessels. There are mainly two types of blood vessels, artery and vein. Vein carries deoxygenated blood towards heart and artery carries oxygenated blood away from the heart. It's actually easy to remember because both starts with A. A for artery and A for away. You already know that heart has four chambers, two atria and two ventricles. So here in this diagram, this is right atrium and this is left atrium. And in the lower portion, this is right ventricle and this is left ventricle. Now the deoxygenated blood from upper part of the body, that means blood from upper extremities and head and neck region, carried by this big vein and end up into the right atrium. This large vein is called superior vena cava. Similarly, the deoxygenated blood from the lower part of the body carried by another large vein into the same right atrium. This vein is called inferior vena cava. There is also a small opening at the corner of the atrium which is called coronary sinus. It collects deoxygenated blood from the coronary vessels of myocardium. Once the blood fills the right atrium, it goes to the right ventricle through atrioventricular valve, which separates the atrium and ventricle. This valve is also called tricuspid valve. Tricuspid means three cusps. So it has three cusps. All the heart valves are one-way valve. That means blood only can go in one direction. So it prevents the backflow of blood. After that, blood goes in this direction from right ventricle through this bicuspid valve. The name of this bicuspid valve is pulmonary valve. You can imagine the next destination of blood. So the blood goes to the lungs through this pulmonary artery. Don't confuse it as a pulmonary vein just because it is carrying deoxygenated blood. Just follow the simple rule. Artery means away from the heart. As it is carried blood away from the heart, it should be called pulmonary artery. Here I have drawn the lungs. So pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs where the blood get rid of the carbon dioxide and pick up oxygen. Now blood comes back to the heart through these vessels. These are pulmonary veins. They carry oxygenated blood to the left atrium. Now this blood goes to the left ventricle through a valve. This valve is called mitral valve. It permits the blood flow only in forward direction and prevent unwanted backflow. So finally blood goes to this great vessel called aorta through another important valve. This valve is called aortic valve. Through the aorta, oxygenated blood supplies all over the body. So this is the simplified circulatory pathway.
I hope that you all have went through the video, and I believe that there is no problem. If you have any problem, then please definitely tell me, ask me, or comment me, or you can mail to us so that we can go to the next part. Okay, the next part is blood pressure. So this blood pressure will be continuing in our next video lecture, because up till this, that the contraction, relaxation of the heartbeat, how that oxygenated blood is coming, how deoxygenated blood is going out, this is very important. Go through it properly. We will be meeting in the next video tutorial, where we will be going through the blood pressure, and the only very small part of the chapter is left. We will be completing that. Okay, so take care of yourself, take care of your family, stay safe, stay happy, enjoy your days, because schools are going to open very soon. Okay, so enjoy your days. We will be coming back in our next video lecture. Okay, thank you.